When it gets dark at night, you'll find me by your side. When tears fall from your eyes, I'll try to make you smile.
That might be working.
Alright.
That sounds better.
Here we go.
That
might be working.
Yeah.
That sounds better.
The dulcet tones.
A bit of lag on you there, though.
Hey?
A bit of lag on there, would you?
Yeah, just a little bit. It gives us time to mute out any swear words.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, we'll say
Okay.
welcome again.
Yeah, welcome back to the last Big Fat Racks at this venue. Should be an entertaining afternoon and evening with some big games, starting off with the two Ginger Ninjas.
I know we spoke about it before when we gave our predictions, but we didn't have the mic running properly, so maybe we'll let everyone else know what our predictions were.
Yeah, I went with a Ronan with an 11-8.
And I didn't give a score line, but I thought Rooney might just get over the line today. He's been playing fairly well. So either way, I think it's going to be a pretty close match.
Yeah, it's going to be tight.
That's a good angle there, a little bit.
Just drops this in with a little bit of stun. Oh, yeah, that's okay.
Pretty good. You'll just float down for the black to the
Yeah.
top right of screen pocket there.
Would have liked a little bit more angle, but he's got that nicely. And the opening frame to Ronan. What's happened to our scoreboard, lads? We've got no names.
Yeah.
So, Rooney on the left, Ronan on the right. No problem.
Not sure what's going on there.
Cross.
Let's press enter to confirm.
I did push enter.
Yep. A few technical difficulties today with Rooney playing the first match. He's not here to help sort it out for us, so apologies if
we muck things up.
a few mistakes. Well, we got a one on there. We haven't figured out how to put the names on properly yet. But if anyone's unsure, just ask in the chat. We'll let you know who's who.
Who's who in the zoo? He's got that tricky yellow in behind those two reds. He's got to negotiate.
Yeah, you might be looking at just cannoning into that red on this shot. And just have a shot at the yellow.
Ooh. Oh, it's out. Hey, Dotty. Welcome to the comms team. You come around here and get a scratch.
So the red's here for Rooney. They all do have a pocket.
It's just a matter of negotiating the...
Yeah, exactly right. It is probably a bit of a tricky one to negotiate. They don't all link very well, but they are all the same half of the table. So see how he goes about this one.
I think he needs to be good if he could run through with this, but I don't think he can to take that one next to the black.
Yeah, the one next to his black's definitely his trouble ball there. He'd like to find a way to get onto it sooner rather than later.
Yeah. And I think this is where he runs into a spot of bother if he takes that. If you can see that one at the bottom of the table or the right hand side, you might be able to just a little bit too far. Would have been nice if he had been able to stop between those two yellows and run that through to the centre.
He might just have the angle to screw back on this one. He might get a little cannon on the black or be able to squeeze past the red to take the red to the centre.
Yeah.
It's a big shot, but it's one he has to take. He doesn't have many choices here.
He tried to take it to the centre. He was never going to get back on that red going that way.
So it's probably a good thing for Rooney that he hasn't potted that one.
Yep.
Having two reds on the table makes it a bit harder for Ronan to
Hide.
So,
But these all have got a home, all these yellows, and they link up reasonably well.
yeah, you'd expect him to get these ones, but early on a race like this, sometimes you're a little bit rusty and
A little bit jittery.
yeah.
See, that's run himself into a little bit of bother, I think. We can see that one into the centre. Okay. Must be tight.
He definitely wants to make sure he can see this one properly.
Yeah.
He's had a few little looks at that one.
He's committed. Yeah, it's a good shot.
Plenty of room, and he's got a very good pace on that one, I think.
Ooh, it just kept running.
Yeah,
But that's alright, he should be able to come off the red and be back behind this other yellow.
So the only thing he doesn't want here is a full cannon
ball.
on that red.
Yeah.
He needs to just
Flick
skim
off it.
off it. Oh, he's
Oh,
looking at the other one first.
yeah, no. Don't like that.
You must think he can't quite get position on by playing that one.
I think just a little bit of bottom should, and nice and gentle. Yeah, he's hit it too full.
Yeah, it's the one thing that he was worried about.
Yep. The double's still there. And it's just a little bit wide.
Also
But
fairly,
he's left himself. Oh, I can see
fairly
a snooker coming here.
yeah, fairly simple safety for Rooney here. I think he's
Yeah,
definitely played the right shot there.
without a doubt. He's got both his balls out in the middle of the table. And now basically become favourite for this frame.
With a miss there, ball in hand, you'd imagine Rooney's just going to polish these up nice and quickly.
Yep.
We'll probably be moving on to 1-1.
Yeah, nice and easy. Just pull it back an
Yes.
inch.
There's a few different ways he can go here. He just wants to figure out which one's the simplest for him.
Yeah.
So make sure he goes just past straight for his next ball. So
Yeah.
he's going towards the black.
I actually liked him going the other way.
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
that's perfect.
Like I said, there was 3 or 4 different choices you could have
without a
made
doubt.
from that one, and it's just down to which one you're most confident with.
That's it.
He's just left that a tad awkward. I still think he's
But it's easy.
probably going to knock
Yeah,
that one in.
I think he drops this in nice and easily. He's
Uh,
overplayed it a little, and he's going to get lucky
Very
with the
lucky with
snooker.
that.
He just seemed to rush that a little bit and didn't take his time.
He's got out of the snooker there.
Yeah.
Just giving Rooney another chance on this black though.
And he just needs to play this pocket weight and just concentrate on the pot.
No risk of him leaving the yellow on, so doesn't have to worry about that. It's just 100% concentrating on the pot,
That's it.
and that's how we needed to do
Yeah.
it.
And if he had to play the last one like that, he would have had the same result. He's just a little bit rushed and a little bit. I want to get this frame done. I think
Yeah, exactly right.
I just wanted to get to
Sometimes-
1-all and let's get on with it.
Sometimes when you land a little bit awkward, you just want to get the shot over and done with.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's just rushed it a tiny bit, but made up for it with that.
Yep.
And we've gone to 1-all.
Come on, it's only 1-all, guys. No post-mortems. Let's get on with it.
It doesn't usually do that. Are we off the lag? I'll just try and fix it. What's this having? It's
Malfunctions.
no early on. Hopefully it's probably better than the way now.
Hey, darling.
I don't know what's in raw board. Did you put these names on your
I've
job?
typed those in. Yeah.
Wonder would that work? I'll copy a link and see if that works.
Don's got no friends.
Yeah, she loves me. Don't you, darling? Hey.
Copy link and then I'll delete that. Properties.
Yeah, hello.
No, I'll just.
Yes, darling. Yes, darling.
So you pressed enter, yeah?
Yep.
See, why did I have to change it? It was fucking good the way it was.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we live.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to work out the scoreboard. It's updated.
Why do I go today?
Just everyone remember that it's 1-all, because if Rooney leaves the room, he's changed it to 5-1.
It's,
Standard Rooney.
Oh, here we go. Now I've got 2.
maybe we just change it to like soccer just for 11, see if it works. And then it will be raw. See if this works.
Freak out when he gets past 2-all. I mean, we don't do that.
No, it's still doing all this crap now.
This is Logan on the comments. He slapped it. I didn't know we had a Logan.
Normally someone else, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
seen him call himself Logan.
He's not a real.
Obviously.
It's someone impersonating him.
It must be.
Yeah.
That Logan was usually Pauline
Pauline
Hanson.
Hanson. Yeah.
Oh, I think he's been a few more than
Well,
that. I think
he's
he was
definitely been a few more.
I think he was the Mexican as well.
He was.
Jerry wasn't happy about that.
I think Jerry was upset. You should have heard Paul Vic.
Who are you, Mexican guy? Who are you? Show yourself. Reveal yourself.
I literally have no idea why this is doing this. Doesn't make sense.
So if everyone can just get a Sharpie out right on their own screens.
Yep.
That, Rooney's on the left.
No, I'll have to Google it after this game. Alright, remove. If it happens again, boys, just let it play and we'll just have to remember it.
Yeah, well, we know you're on the left, and
Yeah.
Just keep an eye on you, Rooney. If you just win every game, we'll know you won it then.
Oh, did you see that
Yeah,
ball I just
much
missed?
easier.
I said to myself, I'm not going to roll that in the end today, and then I tried to take the pins off it.
You still got to roll the right shots.
Well, as Logan said, slapped it.
It's me. Jerry hated the Mexican staring frog. The Mexican staring frog. He must be a taco or burrito fan. Or must not be.
Must not be, I think.
This is not going to do my nerves any good for this game. Alright, we'll see how this works, boys, but
There we go.
I don't know why. So we'll just have to maybe just cross our fingers. And
Right, so we're back to 0-all, guys.
0-all in a race to 10 now.
nah, it's done it again.
That's
Yeah.
alright. Well,
Yeah.
I could chat to you later on. Alright.
It's done the same thing again, boys. But
Yeah. Oh, well.
I'll have to work it out after. We'll just go with this for now, alright?
We'll just keep saying. Just
Yeah.
just keep saying.
Oh, we'll wait until someone asks. At the moment, no one gives a crap.
Except Matty Murcott, apparently.
Sit down for a poo and nobody is
He's
playing.
definitely giving a crap.
Yeah, well, he does give a shit. You and me at the new venue, Matty. Battle of the hair, or hairless.
If anyone's got a minute while you're in here, just Google that Flexi score up and see why this update's doing that. Should just tell you maybe on the. Yeah, I
Yeah.
should now, right?
Yeah, and it just.
The moment you change it.
I know they're probably just.
Just fiddle around with it, boys, and just Google it and see if you can come up with anything.
Right, I'll go on here.
At the moment, just get on with the pool.
Yeah, just play.
Just play. Anyone wants to know who's who in the zoo? We know that Rooney's on the left and Ronan's on the right.
Any update from Maddie? Marka?
I'm not sure, Matty. We'll just ask whether there's any update. How'd the poo go? No, that's alright. We've started again now.
Right. It's 1-all, so it really doesn't matter whose name's what on the scoreboard. And a nice break there from Rooney, and yellows look okay. Reds look okay. I can say yellows look really good, but there's just that one tricky one on the top rail.
Yeah,
Reds probably look a little bit better at this stage, I think.
yeah, definitely. It's just that yellow that's on the bottom of the screen there. That's the tricky one. The reds. If you
Reds
take
all-
them the right order, I think they all go
They
somewhere.
all go. Yep. Oh, Logan. Soft and spongy, Logan. I don't know how many stools you've massaged, but
Sort of like with Logan, really. Soft and spongy.
yeah. I don't know.
He's probably left himself a little bit more angle than he wanted on this one.
Yeah, I think he needed to come through a little bit. It's a nice shot. Yeah. I don't know if that red actually goes up past the other one.
Yeah. It's definitely tight. You may be playing this one as a plant if that doesn't go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that makes that a little
Little
bit
bit of-
ugly.
A little bit of a grunt after he played that one. He's not very happy with the result.
Very aggressive. Now you can almost play the 3-ball here and sort of hope that other red bounces out to a nice spot. But I mean, it is a hit and hope.
Yeah, yes. The yellows are all on. If he does that, he's going to hope he
open
gets a
up
good
the
result.
play. Yeah.
Otherwise, he may just sit that other red just in front. He has tried for the 3-ball plan.
That worked out well that he didn't drop that. But the yellows are there, and you just take that pocket back.
Yeah, it's a lovely little shot there.
Yeah.
So he'll just try and work his way around the table. Probably save the yellow on the far right of screen as his last yellow. And he'll either try and play a skill shot on the black or just leave that black over the pocket.
And the white tricky. Yeah, that's a nice shot. Yeah, get rid of that one now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's a
shot.
nice angle. Really nice angle.
So you'll just be trying to screw straight off this one and try and land as straight as possible on his last ball.
A little bit aggressive.
Yeah, I think he wanted a little bit of a rush of blood there. He's probably hit that sort of 50% harder than what he planned on doing it.
Yep.
Another chance for Rooney here. Just take his probably trickiest ball first.
And so he's come back up the right side of that yellow, so
I still couldn't really tell you who's favourite in this frame.
no.
It's a bit up in the air still. Take one good shot from either player. They can be right on top in this frame.
And just
He's just going to have a bit of a think about what he's doing with this one. Doesn't want to just drop it in. He'll snooker himself on the black behind that red.
yeah. He needs to give it a little bit.
Also not quite sure what he's planning on doing with the black. Having a look at the double on the yellow to maybe play the loss of turn shot.
Don't like that because the yellow can end up behind the black.
Yeah, we're a bit the same, but I'm not quite sure what other options he's got. Yeah.
Yeah, see now I like reds.
Yeah, I think red's definitely Rooney's at the table and
Yeah.
nothing dead, so I think he's definitely on
It's just
top
a matter
now.
of getting his white ball into the right spots. Logan's prediction. No, I think soft and spongy stools are the go of the day, aren't they?
It's dangerous there, Shane, to ask Logan his opinion on anything in a public forum.
And
Oh.
Richie's here. Oh.
He definitely didn't want both of those to drop, but he might be still just be on the black here.
Young Richie.
Let's
How
see
are
whether
you,
we can
mate?
tell from the overhead there. It does look like he's just on the black.
He's just on the black.
So we'll keep this view for this shot. Oh, he's just caught it a bit
He's
thin.
A bit thin and
Bit off.
wide him. It's a bit unlucky.
And just a simple mop up for these last couple of balls, and we'll be 2-1. Shane said Paul Vicker watching, so yeah, I think that might be why Logan's gone a little bit quiet for a little bit. No, there he is.
There he is.
So Logan giving his prediction for all of them. Probably not bad predictions there.
like the fact that he's gone Shane wins his match. That's quite the man with many names. Is it Shane O'Brien, Sean O'Brien?
Always been good at tipping the favourites and thinking I'm clever when they all win.
You've never had an issue of thinking that you're clever, Logan?
I don't think he's drunk. He's sticking with the safe predictions. Usually, his predictions aren't quite as safe when he's had a bit to drink.
Yeah, the Bowen Scary match is an interesting one.
This one's looking pretty good here on the Reds for Rooney.
Yeah, you just got to keep that white ball under control.
Yeah, they all have pockets. They're all fairly simple.
Yep.
So if
He's got a nice angle there. As long as he doesn't try and overdo this shot, he should be fine.
Yeah, he just wants to land fairly straight on that one in the middle of the table. To the
Yeah.
top right-hand pocket.
Yep. So he can just roll through. He's just gone a little bit aggressive.
Not sure if he had a look where he
Needed
wanted
to
to
land.
land there.
Yeah,
He's just got to watch he doesn't get a clip on that black here.
yeah,
So I think he's just rushed that one as well.
yeah.
So a couple of early nerves there from Rooney. I think he's had a couple where he's been
He's
a
been
good
in.
chance to finish.
Yep.
It's definitely not a simple finish here.
Oh no,
For
not by
Ronan.
any stretch.
He'll
That's a
probably,
good shot.
a very nice shot there. He'll probably still be looking at how he can finish from here though. This Ronan style to
Yeah, look for outs.
have a go at an out.
Yeah, that one just above the centre pocket there, he's not overly happy with. And he's also got this one on the, what would you call it, the bottom rail.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you describe the rails on a side view of the table.
Yeah, it makes it awkward.
On the rail at the balk line there.
Yeah.
So he's just probably a tad straighter on that ball to the corner, the one that he's looking at.
Yeah.
He's just trying to figure out what he wants to do with this one.
Oh, he's going to
Yes.
chase it in.
He was very straight, as you can see by the result. So Rooney just got to figure out how he's going to map these. He doesn't have a simple ball to land on the black with, so he just wants to make sure that he lands.
He's got to land basically straight onto this. Well, I wouldn't be going that way. I'd be running through the
Yeah.
other way.
I'll be running through too, but we'll see how he goes. That's the danger. He's now
Yeah, now we've got
gotta
an
have that
off
yellow.
angle. He's running away from the black.
it's a little clip off that yellow.
If it stops, it just. Well, I think it might have just held up enough.
It's very close again, this one, but I think he's on.
I think he's on it.
Oh, he was
and
definitely
left
on it.
so-
He's overcut it.
But these aren't easy for Ronan.
Might be looking for a safety here, Ronan. It's not an obvious pot or an obvious
No, but I think he
Order.
takes on. I think he's going to take this on. He's going to take on the double. Hope for a decent angle. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's.
He wasn't. He's not in the mood for a fight at the moment. I don't think. I think if they're there, he's going to have it crossed.
Rooney was almost playing a safety off that black then.
Yep.
So back to 2-2 now. So as predicted, it was going to be a close match. Nobody's taken a lead yet.
These two boys are having too much fun in there. I want to see some serious faces.
Yeah, there's a bit of chatting going on in there.
Yeah. They need to get angry.
There's probably guys that are mates playing for cash against someone you're mates with. It's hard to get serious. You might have to go in there and stir the pot a bit. Tell Ronan what Rooney was saying about him earlier and vice versa.
Yep, we can make something up.
We two blokes in here that are pretty good at that. So.
Yep.
Difficult starter here, I think.
It's not the ball I thought he was going to be trying to start on.
I think reds were probably slightly nicer than yellows there, but he didn't have a very simple one to start with.
No.
And now there's a couple of reds tied up in top right there. Yellows might be the balls.
Yeah, I think so, to be quite honest. And if he plays this, he can bounce out one of the tricky ones. I mean, those four at the top don't really link up that well either, but unless you can get onto one.
He's just not had the best cannon on that ball on the rail there
No.
and stayed there.
To the point I'd almost be doubling that.
I think it's the ball to take, whether it's a double or a cut. I think he's
He
probably needs to take
move
it. Yeah.
It's a good shot.
He's gone somewhere between a double and a cut there.
Yep.
Bounced it off the rail and put it over the pocket.
One thing I've noticed with this table, it is quite accepting up the rails.
Yeah, it is, especially if you roll and pocket weight, they go in
Yeah.
very nicely. So just looking at moving his tricky balls there, I think. With
He's got a few tricky ones.
he's picking the ones in the middle of the table first, so he might be
Yeah,
digging
not
a little
overly-
bit of a hole if he can't get anything
Yeah.
to work.
I don't know if that's going to be beneficial to his cause.
Possibly
This
the
one goes under the yellow, that top red on the left.
possibly a loss of turn shot here. Under the
No,
yellow.
that won't fit under there. No, that's okay.
So it's not
It's
a bad result.
Yeah, but I still think Rooney just runs this up. Or to this bottom right pocket as we're looking at it.
So see that just goes past the black. I think it'll run up to the pocket.
Yeah, good shot. Yeah, probably a little harder, a little off angle. But that red sitting there only goes in, that one on the bottom right hand side only goes into one hole. Really. He's got those two tied up there. And he's just made that rather interesting.
Yeah, just pushing those two yellows together there makes it a bit awkward. Rooney's going to look at moving them straight away. Possibly got a 3-ball plant on.
Yeah, but then that becomes a clusterfuck over there.
So we can see what he's looking at there. Not sure if it quite works, but it's hard to tell on this overhead camera.
Yeah, I'm not minding reds at the moment.
Yeah, when you've got all your balls in the one corner, it's quite easy for your opponent to put you in a bit of trouble. They can play a loss of turn shot and leave you.
Well, see that
off the
red
balls
that's
quite easily.
the red next to the black goes down under that yellow that's over the hole, and it's. See, I would have been getting rid of these two to the left hand side.
Yeah, I think the ones on this end might have been the last 2 balls that I played.
Yeah, the red under the yellow and then the red across.
Also, it's definitely a lot easier to see what you'd like to do when you're on the commentating.
Oh, without a
booth
doubt.
instead.
Without a doubt. I don't think many of us have lost frames from the back blocks. So when you put cues in our hands, we find it difficult.
There's a little bit of a result there. Rattled that ball. It stayed over the pocket just enough to make it awkward for Rooney here.
Yeah. But his balls are a little bit better now. Sorry, Keisha, or anybody else that may be listening. Rooney's balls look a lot better now than they did before.
Can't say I know what
Logan,
they were
I've never
before.
heard you say that you're actually been wrong any time.
Paul Vic begs to differ on that one though. I think they think you were wrong in the commentary booth a couple of times.
There's probably a couple of people at Frecker that weren't too impressed either. Governing institutions. Just governing bodies would have sufficed, mate.
He's going to put longer words in there.
Yeah, we know he can spell. It's talking that gets him into trouble.
Oh, that was
Rooney. That was.
a bit of a swoosh at that one, I think.
That was, as Logan would put it, a bit of a slap.
A slap, yes. Has only really left him on these balls on the left hand side of the screen here. And he's looking at that one near the
Look,
black.
I'd still be looking at that.
He's
Off the
off
black.
the black. That's worked out for him fantastically. Puts his hand up though, because it wasn't what he was intending on doing.
Don't know what he was intending on doing, to be quite honest. Whether it was a double, it was a very short double.
Oh, he's just got a tad far on that one too.
Oh no, I think he's
still
fine.
Still be on it. He'll come up the table nicely
Yeah.
for his last ball if he rolls this one in.
Yeah. I'm going to call a foul.
It's a little bit dark for us to see from there. But what a
That was a
result.
nice little nudge.
Especially since he moved that red to a better spot with his shirt.
Yeah,
It
with
was
his
nice.
shirt, yeah. Or his belly, actually. I don't think it was just shirt.
It's a tricky little bit of an angle here, but he should
He
knock
should be
this
able
in.
to just drop this in. Yeah, good
Yeah.
way. And we go to 3-2 Ronan. Yeah, I don't want to play with it.
So far, nobody's held serve.
No, it's all gone against the break, hasn't it?
The breaks haven't been working out overly well. There hasn't been an easy out off a break yet.
Rooney had an opportunity earlier when he just brought that white ball up a little bit too far.
I completely agree with you there, Logan. More than once has my beard touched a ball and I had a foul called on me.
Yeah, I was going to say my hair does the same thing, and I've had people go off their absolute tits if that's a hair foul. And I'm thinking, how much does my hair move a ball?
I've definitely had Donnie try and tell me I'm beard fouling from the other side of the room.
Yeah, that's only because I'm taking the piss more than anything else. But I've actually had people that have gone off their absolute nut over my hair. And usually it's been girls with bad hair.
Yeah, it's jealousy, Donnie. That's what it is. It's all jealousy.
Yeah, I agree with you, Logan. It's not often that happens.
Oh, Rooney trying to put the white in front of the line for a second then.
Yeah, I think we've all had that issue early on in this adapting this rule set, where we forget that off the break we've got to be behind the ball line.
So these balls all have a pocket.
Yeah,
It's
just about negotiating.
yeah, just the two that are to the right hand side of the black. He's just going to land neatly on those. They're a little bit awkward, but everything has somewhere where it can go.
If you can come through to this one, well, actually, you can almost go up there for that middle one now.
Yeah, I agree. Float up for the middle of those three reds and play that down to the bottom right hand pocket.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
That's
he
not a
can
bad
actually.
result.
That's not a bad result. He can actually, a little soft screw off that into the yellows, be behind the other two.
Tricky to see how sharp these are sometimes. Might be a little bit thinner than it looks.
Yeah, it is actually.
So he's just looking at the path that the white's going to take if he pots that one.
And he might be back on that red in the centre. He's got to give it a little bit, unfortunately.
He's
So
put it
that's-
nice.
That's okay. That's okay.
So he's on that one. He's got another thin cut though, so he's pushing the boat out a little bit. He's just going to hope he lands nicely on one of these.
Who
other
cares
two.
about Liverpool Grant? And I've got some work for you. Liverpool lose to Chelsea on Monday morning because you've already won the. Oh,
There we
unlucky.
go. You just sometimes when you're cutting the ball thin a couple
Yeah.
of times in a row, you start to lose position a bit.
Yeah. Well, he's going to go the Jackie straight up.
Yeah, it's a funny choice. I think the ball that he's actually playing.
Playing goes past the
goes-
Reds into the other.
Yeah, I think he was just so focused on that plant being set that he just needed to play.
Play it. Yeah, it gets in your head sometimes, doesn't it?
So he'll take.
What's he going to do with that yellow beside the black?
The yellow beside the black, it might go in the centre pocket.
He
Or
nudged that
just
across
give it a
nicely.
nudge.
He can actually take that one in the centre, come back for that one. Or you can take that one
It's
now.
not super simple though. He does
No.
still have to get good position. And he
That's-
has
oh,
done so. That's
unlo-
very nice. I think
Yeah, he's
that
still
one.
on it. Yeah. Yeah, well and truly. That's lovely
Very
queuing.
nice there. He'll probably come just to play the black to the centre.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice, Ronan. Very, very nice.
He's worked that one out well after playing that plant to start. Not 100% sure the plant was needed, but
Yeah, he
it's the way
he
he
wanted
saw
to
it.
play it. Yeah, and 2-4 finally wins one off the snap. Well, not off the snap, but
off his own break.
off his own
Yeah.
break.
So that's the first gap we've had of
No.
more than one frame.
Keish, you generally don't need a lot of muscle to move a pool table. It's just a little bit of nous. If someone my size can move them, muscle's not obviously something that you need.
G'day, Doc.
G'day, Doc. How are you, son?
It's good to see a few people tuning in today. Election day, they've all had their vote and had their snag and come back to watch
Yeah.
a pool.
Get your democracy sausage. And hopefully some of you are out there having a succulent Chinese meal as well. We love you, Doc.
So Rooney will be wanting to get one back here. He'll want a good
Yeah.
split. Try and get it back as quickly as possible. And that is not what he was after.
Oh, that landed horrid.
Not 100% sure how many points he got then.
Vote for me, Logan.
Definitely
I'll
one went
fix
in.
the country.
No politics.
Well, he hasn't voted yet. He just
Any
wanted
suggestions, like,
so,
My suggestion
that was
is
gonna be me.
you probably should vote before the end of the day is my suggestion.
No, don't, because then you get charged $100.
It was $100 now, is it?
Yeah, I got done last.
Are you
Or-
registered to vote, Logan? Because
Yeah,
if
or
you're
you
not,
can do it,
don't
Mike.
worry about it.
My younger brother passed away at 29 and had never registered to vote, never received a fine. He thought they were all fucking idiots, so why bother? And it worked for him.
Sometimes donkey votes are the best because they're all donkeys anyway.
How can you remember when the fine was only $20? You're not old enough. Inflation. Yeah, cost of living crisis, mate.
$99 it is, to be precise.
It used to be $50 when I didn't vote.
No politics.
We haven't put out one policy yet. We're just talking about democracy sausages and fucking succulent Chinese meals.
There's just one tricky red to work out here. I'm not sure if that red has a path.
And
the
Mark
corner
wants
pocket.
paperwork.
Oh, he's got a little cannon on it. Not sure what his result is here. Whether he can get that white back. See what his angle is. He's going up to the top corner. He definitely got on it. It's just missed the pot there. And that red's been tied up a bit. So Rooney might be playing a little bit safer on this shot.
I've just been told Rooney needs to enter his scores into the friggin' portal for DDPL so they can actually get these ladders done. Slack captain, he played Tuesday night, went out Saturday morning and he still hasn't done it. So, might have to sit here and do it for him. Oh, shut up, woman. Siri thought she'd have something to say about it.
There's cleared one of his balls out there.
Yeah, I'd almost be tempted to just take this red out.
Yeah, I think that's the shot. It's hard for
Yeah.
Rooney to do anything with that red tied up, so get that out. Rooney's still got a couple of balls on rails, and not an easy starter.
They don't. Yeah, they don't link overly well. You actually might be able to knock one. You know, it depends how tight that cut is. Oh, he's going to go straight up the top. Just a good leave.
So this might be. It's a bit thin to cut that one in.
Yeah.
I think you might just cut it and leave the white on that bottom rail though.
Yeah, just run it across to this towards this other yellow. Now we can definitely dig that yellow out off that side rail, or top rail as we look at it.
The feeling he wants to leave that yellow over the top right pocket there, just a bit of protection, so that red doesn't go very easily. So it's just.
Would you have actually paid the fine, Logan, or would Grandma have paid it for you? Got to do something with this yellow up the top. Nonna. Yeah, don't mind this.
Just be careful he doesn't move that yellow out of the way of that red. He's done alright. He's
It's
coming
okay.
in pocket
That's
still.
fine. The pocket's still, yeah, his, so to speak, for now.
I think if I was on the reds here, I'd probably be taking this one that's over the pocket and
Yep.
having a go at the double on the other red
Yep.
towards the same corner. He's so got it getting it out. Been a little bit unlucky with that white there.
Yeah.
It does happen when you move the white around a lot.
A little bit optimistic with what he was trying to do, I think.
Yeah. When you move the white around a lot, it does tend to happen a little more often. You can see the players that are a bit more controlled and move the white around a little bit less, they tend to go in off a lot less.
Hey, darling.
So just looking at this layout here, it's not super simple.
No.
Just trying to find a way where
I still think there's another safety in there before he actually goes.
I think you might be right. He's trying to see if he's got an out that won't leave the red on if he makes a mistake.
You're coming in there, Dotty, are you? And that's probably something similar to what I would have looked at doing. I'm going to depart the scene for a second. I shall return shortly.
Donny's left me all on my own. It's time to run amok. Although it's been that long since I've done that, I'm not sure what to do. Looked like just another safety there from Rooney, but I think he may have left Ronan on the double here. We'll have a look from the overhead. We'll see what he's got. But, he may have to play two doubles in a row though, because I don't think that black goes anywhere. That's very nice. And just on the double for this last one. Let's see. That's huge. That's a fantastic finish there.
Huge.
So that one's going to hurt Rooney.
Ooh. Bit of scoreboard pressure.
Very much so. 5-2.
So that's the danger with not being super tight with your safeties there. Rooney was definitely favourite once Ronan got down to one ball left. But if you leave them on, they can still make it happen. Another awkward little break there. The white tends to be jumping off the front of that pack a little bit. They're not getting the best splits. Reds are definitely the ball here, I think, with that yellow tied up in the top left. They all have a pocket. You'll be looking to try and finish this one off. Bring that scoreboard pressure down a little bit. Oh, he's played that one in the mid-air bridge. Couldn't quite reach the table. Once again, just coming down the table for his other balls. A couple of times he's just run out of position. It's costing him a couple of games. So he's going to want to sort that out quickly. He may be just playing his safety now, I think. So I think I'd just be dropping off this red sort of half ball on the right hand side, just leaving the white in the middle of the bottom rail there. There's not a lot of other choices. A bit harder than where I would have played that, but all the reds are on. So it's a very big pressure shot on the yellows here. He has left him on the centre pocket, but look at it. So I'm not quite sure whether he was looking at a plant or just to skim off that other red there. But it definitely hasn't worked how he saw it. And he's landed, fortunately, a little bit awkward for Ronan here. So tricky first pot, but all the yellows are there if you can get this one. And that's very nice. He'll just be looking at working the white back to the middle of the table off this shot. And that ball, I think, goes straight between the other two yellows there. Oh, he's just caught the edge of it. Rooney's just overcut that one as well. Giving Ronan another chance on these yellows. It's actually probably slightly more difficult than his last chance. Just has that ball on the rail that he needs to work his way onto. And that's not looking good. Ooh. I think he's still on that yellow. He's landed okay here. And not the worst result in the world either. Spotted that red, it's a loss of turn shot. Ooh. That's a great effort there by Ronan. No, sorry, by Rooney there. Hello everyone, I've just pressed the wrong button. We'll go back to the main view. Oh, that's a lovely loss of turn shot there. It's got that red away from that pocket, or potted the red and left the white up in the top right corner with no easy reds to start. And Rooney too comfortable on that chair, didn't realise it was his shot. A lot of pressure on that pot or on that red. and he was a long way away from his target.
I think I would have preferred him throwing that red in amongst the pigeons off the rail. Yeah. Because,
And that's worked out very well.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure if everyone can hear Donny from there, but he just said he probably would have liked that red, would have doubled it up and down under those yellows, just made it a bit trickier
Yeah.
rather than taking on the pressure pot. Oh,
Well, that's going to work out nicely for him.
definitely not as intended, but
No,
it looks like
but-
it's worked out well.
Sometimes you get those lucky breaks. Oh. Now Rooney's got an opportunity here and he needs to take it.
Yeah, this one desperately needs to take this chance at 5-2 down.
Might have taken the other one first.
Yeah, I probably would have taken the other one first, but he still landed a good angle.
He's landed great.
He drops this one in, he's probably going to come just below the black and play the black to the corner pocket.
Well, lovely shot.
Beautiful.
Good weight. He didn't try and overhit that one or anything, try to do anything special. He just dropped it in like he had to. Same with that. And that's how he's got to play him.
He'll be wrapped with that and to get away with that one after a couple of little mistakes.
And get himself back into the game. Back into the match. And they're both suffering from a little bit of rush of blood here and there. Rooney, I think, just a little bit more so than Ronan at this stage. And if he can slow himself down to like he finished those 3 balls, he'll get himself right back in this.
And the boys having a chat in there while they're racking up. Cannot understand a word they're saying though, so I can't help.
Look, even if they were mic'd up, we wouldn't understand it.
So,
Sounds like they're attacking the fridge.
so just for anyone that's just tuned in, unfortunately the scoreboard's not working the way we'd like it to. If you're wondering, it's Rooney on the left on 3 and Ronan on 5 on the right hand side.
It's not a bad break. Unfortunately, yellows look really good without the big starter, but like I said before, these running balls down these rails is quite easy. And if you just
He's definitely on that yellow very nicely, the one down the rail. It's a very good one to start with. It would make it out quite simple. If you dropped that in and landed on the yellow to the bottom centre pocket here.
yeah, and he's going to take it, which is good. Because sometimes in your head you don't really want to take these first up, and he's got it,
It's
which
a
is
great
really nice. Now, if he can just keep it at that weight for the majority of this frame, I think he can knock these in.
I wasn't actually sure whether he'd looked at the table yet with the amount that he was talking after that break, but it looks like he's had a good look at it. Because
That
he's
yellow
worked out how he
there to
wants
the
to run
left hand side is a tricky one.
I think it goes.
Oh, you
he's
didn't
just
want
made
that.
that one tricky. I think the one just to
There
the
might-
left of the cue ball might go to the centre there.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it does. It goes.
It has
But
made it very tricky with that other one though.
yeah. He's not quite straight enough on it to screw back into even that red. Yeah, he might be able to. You might be able to.
Maybe
Nah.
flicking thin off the yellow that's against
Yeah,
the red.
and into the other one.
Yeah, I don't think he'll get the pot on it, but he will open his two balls up and leave the reds still tricky.
Tricky, yeah. But even if you, I don't.
Yeah, I
Yeah, you try to do too much with that. But the reds, you're not going out there in any hurry.
No, it doesn't look like a simple out on reds anywhere there.
Yeah, that red doesn't come to that bottom right.
Not sure what his starting ball even is here.
No. It's a tough cut back into the centre. It's maybe that's a little bit easier than.
He could squeeze past that.
Yeah, I didn't even
So
look
I
at that
think-
one.
We were just tricked by that overhead view there. It's a little bit
And
warped.
it's from the other side. It reverses the table, so it makes it a little bit awkward.
So they're
Yeah.
definitely deep in discussions in there. We can hear them talking about something.
It's probably got nothing to do with Paul.
Possibly a bit upset that they've got a Rangers fan commentating. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that could happen. I'd call that stiff shit. They're lucky I'm not wearing the shirt.
I think there was a warning about that before you got here.
No, that was for last night when I went and watched Celtic play a little bit of football. Turned up and watched Scotty Fraser, the super coach. Very, very angry man on the sidelines. But they seem to get the job done. Now, what's he going to do here? He's got to work out something to get that red out of there.
Oh,
And he's done it.
it definitely. He had a little bit
That was gutsy.
of angle there. Probably would have liked a tad more angle so he can get a bit more pace into that red. But
Oh, that was a little bit gung-ho, but he's got a little bit of a result. Go to the overhead. Does that yellow go through there, or even off the red?
yeah, I think
Off the red.
maybe
Oh,
cutting that off the red. Don't know whether it'll go in. It'll go close to the pocket.
Yeah,
That'll put a lot of pressure on with three yellows over pockets.
yeah.
So it's probably his shot here.
Yeah, you're not
Just
going in off.
It is actually going to be reasonably close to winning off here if he doesn't cut it thin enough.
Yeah,
He's just double checking before he plays it.
which is good. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good shot.
So he's played that very well. There's a lot of pressure on the Reds now. So I think Rooney's just slowed down a bit from what he started the first few frames.
And then he's working his way back
Just-
into this match.
Oh,
That's not going to help Ronan's cause at all.
it's a bit messy. I think he was planning on potting that one and then playing the loss of turn shot,
Yeah.
getting the snooker
And
behind the other
snooker.
red.
Yeah.
But was a little bit too far ahead of himself. He forgot to pot the first one.
I'll probably come off the top rail and take that yellow.
Yeah, the yellow in the pocket on its own is probably the ball I'd take as well. I wouldn't want to risk having the loss of turn shot played on me later if I was to
If
miss
this
this.
goes wrong. No, he's played that quite well.
So it's very thin. He might be going up table.
Yeah, he just doesn't want to go too far because the chances are he hits this with a little bit of a rush of blood and he ends up behind those two reds. No, he's
Play
going
that
to go.
for
He's
thin
going to
and-
play it. Yeah, no, it's all good.
Thin and stay to that top rail.
Yeah, good shot.
Very nice. He's he's just going to make a decision on what pocket he wants the black.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll work.
Yep. He should be
Now,
fine here.
don't overhit this one. He's had one similar to this earlier where he tried to blast it in. That's better. That's better.
He definitely didn't overhit it.
But the pressure's on.
So probably with that red that's stuck behind the black there, it's probably a safety shot in here first before he tries to go
just
out.
Bounce that red to the left and just leave the white where it is. No.
But
Ronan doesn't know how to do this. He just likes to have a dip.
he is there. So if he does just put this red over the pocket, you get a tight cue ball on the other red.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a shot. But a one rail out.
So we'll just have a quick look from the overhead, see the line he's got there. So he's having a look. He can get to the angle of that black by hitting just before this. He's coming off two rails.
I don't know why.
Oi, that's
See, that's
not
what you
good
didn't
for
want to do. Would almost be playing this red inside the black.
So ball in hand here. He'll probably be taking that tricky red as his first one, the one on the right hand cushion. Just giving yourself an angle where he's guaranteed to pot it because he's got the other ball over the corner pocket. He's always going to be on a ball.
Just doesn't want to leave this too straight and have himself playing off the cushion. Yeah, that's it. Give yourself a little bit of an angle. So you just come out to the bed of the table. So you can rest your hand on the bed of the table.
A little bit of uncertainty, I think, probably caused by the last frame where he had a reasonably simple out and got a bit tied up.
That's what I mean. Yeah, go. Oh. See, I don't like the plan either. Why wouldn't you just play it across, up to that top left as we're looking at it? He should be able to screw up behind that now.
That's alright. You can either screw up or you can just play off the two rails.
Yeah. The rails don't seem to be bouncing.
That's not very good.
Look, the black makes that a little bit bigger pocket.
It's definitely not as planned, but it may still work there.
No.
Yeah, he'll be very, very upset with himself after that one, I think. There you go, the flick of the hand. And another one back for Rooney there.
So 4-5. And it looks like they're going to be having a smoke break.
Probably good timing for Ronan there for a
Ronan
smoke,
needs to
I think.
regroup a little bit. So on that note, I might have another one too.
Yeah, we'll leave you for a minute. We're just going to have a quick break. we're back now. They've had their smoke.
I've got to get him to patch up my roof, and then I'm going to get you over to do some painting in my lounge room. We've had a bit of a water leak. Need it cleaned up and painted.
How's Ollie done?
Alright, so
Ollie's doing really good.
if anyone out there in YouTube land has any handymen that can help Donnie out,
Oh, I've already got him.
Yeah. For a cheaper price?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we can get a bidding war going in the comments, that'd be good.
Yeah. And this is one of those bidding wars where the cheaper you are, the better I'll like you.
He's also looking for a new hairdresser?
Nah, I'm pretty good with the hairdresser. All you blokes that are follically challenged.
I definitely don't have that issue. Just flip my head upside down, my hair's just as long as Donnie's.
Yeah. Gets him into all sorts of places these days, doesn't it, Tez?
I can't get through the airport.
Stop wearing those tea towels on your head, like.
That's what gets him into trouble in the airport.
Careful now, guys. Careful.
Yeah, we're live to the world now, so we'll take some advice from Logan. Just keep it.
Just don't have any espresso
simple.
martinis.
Yeah.
If you can't drink, you shouldn't drink.
That's a very beautiful cut in there as an opener. Nothing simple here though. So
No, it's a messy looking. And if I'll tell you what, if he's on that one beside the red in the centre of the pack there. What are you dreaming about there, Rooney? Yeah, that off that red, yeah. That's why I said, what are you dreaming about? Never went anywhere near it. Ooh. Don't know if you can really play that.
it's,
Yeah, it's very close to touching, if not.
yeah, I'm not sure if they called touching or not touching on that one. We'll see by the way he plays this.
Yeah, if he plays straight into the red, you know, oh, he's just killed another one. This could be a very long frame, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, this will come down to who decides that they can go out from a tricky position, who can work their way ahead first. So no clear colour advantage on either of them just yet. Even with that red over the pocket, international rules, the yellow can just
Yeah.
push the red in. It's not a foul.
He's red shot. He's making a red look horrible.
This looks like a loss of turn shot here.
Yeah, but leaves
He's
it
got
open.
Both are just going to be wanting to push their balls to positions that are a little bit easier than they are now, before the opponent has their balls easy.
Ooh, Stephen, I could be tempted. I could be tempted, son. It's a nice pot.
Oh,
Now I'm thinking that far red on the left hand side there could actually go under that yellow.
yeah, it does look like it could.
And move it out of the way.
We've
But-
got some money on the chats, boys.
Yeah, I know. I've just seen that Stevens chucked 200 on you against Gavin.
Needs a backer.
If anyone is keen, I will say that Gavin has been playing very
Quite
well at the moment.
I watched him play on Wednesday night, and
Yeah,
yeah,
he took a few scalps on Wednesday night
yeah,
even.
he surely did. And young Sean, or whatever he wants to fucking call himself this week, could have his work cut out for him.
He's a good
It might not be as cut and dry as people might think it is.
He's a good player, though, Sean.
Yeah.
Sean is, yeah, you reckon?
And Gavin's always been a very good cueist. I played a lot of snooker with him
But he's
a decade
smart.
or so ago, and
His smarts have gotten a lot better.
yeah, he's learning his way around a pool table. He's definitely in the last sort of 5 or 6 months, he's gone leaps and bounds in his mapping on a pool table. So just another loss of turn shot there.
Yeah.
Ronan's beginning to run out of reds to do much with. And Rooney's forgotten.
And
Maybe. Yeah, Rooney's.
hold on.
I've got no idea what happened there.
What's the go there? That's a foul. Do we go tell him?
Nah.
I don't know what happened.
He played didn't he
Yeah, he
play the
played-
yellow onto the red?
Onto the red.
It's
So
too late now.
if Donny's
Yeah.
quick enough.
It's too.
Hey boys, hold up.
Yeah.
That's it.
I just explained.
So after that little foobar where Rooney played a shot out of turn, they've decided they're just going to go with a foul, not a loss of frame, because they're both Irish and
Yeah, doing everything backwards. It makes sense.
Says upside down head himself.
alright, so Ronan's got his tricky ball out, but not into a very conducive spot.
It's a big word for you, Don.
Not really. I've actually got quite a good command of the English language. It comes from being in trouble so much at school and having to write the dictionary out so many fucking times. Oh,
That's a very-
Rooney, that's a very sloppy
Yes.
shot.
Hacked up.
But I don't think it's going to hurt him overly much.
If
Not
Ronan-
straight away. If Ronan just sits this over the hole, that's going to be fine. But if he pots it,
If he just rolls this one, he might
oh,
be on the other
okay,
red
he
to
might
the
be on the
corner.
other, yeah, to the top left there, or bottom left as we're looking at
Looks
it.
like he's just trying to come back a little bit. Which he has. It'll be tricky to get on the black off this one though.
Well, if he can cut it, Yeah, top left or bottom left as we're looking at it. He went the other way. See, I would have been coming this way, and then the white goes into the yellow, and you're fat on the black.
Donnie, assuming that all the people watching can see which way he was pointing on that one.
Yeah,
He needs to go
yeah.
back.
Hand action sets that little bit of wog coming at me.
He needed to go back double there.
Yeah, me.
He would have left the white safe.
Yep.
Just pop.
There's one tricky ball to land on here. He can either try and come back
Oh,
past
yeah.
that centre pocket and play it down the rail, or just play for the double.
He can run this down and a little bit of bottom. He's going to leave himself safe.
Played it for the snooker.
Yeah,
Find the black.
yeah. Or even just bounce it out to the centre of the pocket. That's it.
He hasn't
Oh, he hasn't
gotten
done
a
it.
snooker, I don't think. So
No.
that's a little bit dangerous after what happened in the previous frame where Ronan doubled 2 balls in a row.
I don't think the double.
No, I don't think the double's on there.
So,
No, well, it's hard to judge the angle and what he can see of the red.
If he plays the white to go off the red and leave the white on the bottom left bottom
Yeah.
rail there,
he's gone off the
down
top.
Right.
once he goes. That's risky.
He's got to hit a
Yeah.
rail here. He's made the rail, but he's left that yellow
Oh,
one.
he's blocked the black.
Block the black to that pocket.
He needs to go 2 cushions, 2, 3 cushions.
Just top through it and come straight back out. Or if you're going to screw it back
Another
out,
6 inches, he would have been perfect on this, but
Yeah.
I'd still think he should
it's
get
still
this
okay.
one.
Don't slap it in.
Slap it.
No, he
He's
played it
overcutted
properly.
Oh, that.
Very nice.
Played it
Tom.
properly. Good one. And we're back to 5-all. We have
Oh,
got,
Rooney!
we've got a match here. And this commentator's getting damn hungry and damn thirsty. Didn't plan on drinking all these cans straight up, but it's happened. Rooney, down the bottle shop, you owe me a slab.
Let him win first.
Got a game in our hands now.
Yeah, definitely a game in our hands. Rooney was not looking like he was on the top of his game at the start.
Ronan looks a bit scrappy now though as well.
Yeah, Ronan's just a couple you would have expected him to take. He's just
Wrong
Yeah.
shot.
missed him towards the end of the frame.
Played the wrong shot in the last few there as well. So trying to get safe up off the rail was a bit what would you say?
I'm not sure what I would say. I want to hear what you would say about it.
Yeah,
Ah,
enlighten us.
big words. Anyone done? No?
I've got the hay
A bit
ball.
optimistic. A bit optimistic.
Bit optimistic, you think? Yeah, Roondog.
This Stephen message retracted. Is that pulled out of the bet, or
Yeah.
Out of the bed, was he?
He
must have heard what we said that
Gav's
played
playing
well
well.
on
All of a
Wednesday.
sudden, $200 on you isn't looking too good, Shona.
Ah, it's nice, Stephen. If that's the case.
Oh, yeah, of little faith.
Nah, he knows the real deal. What's going on here? If Gav got a little fan club, that doesn't matter, mate. It's all good. You can ask Mark Owens how
oh
we
no,
went.
that
That's
is
a foul.
You can ask Mark Owens how we went in the snooker on Thursday. Turn him over.
This isn't snooker though, mate.
Handicap. 50 handicap and 45 handicap. We got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he's planning on going out.
I think he was trying to go through that
Yeah,
red, black, and yellow that were together there. And
he would have been better off putting the white ball up next to that red, playing it into the centre, and then opening the red up from the black.
So probably a loss of turn shot here.
Yeah, followed by another loss of turn shot, I'd say.
Yeah.
Or will that squeeze inside there?
It definitely looks like it'll fit.
I
Not sure if it's the right shot to play though,
No.
because
Yeah.
with those balls still tied up next to the black there, it's
Yeah.
difficult to have a go.
If you can come back up to about where that red is, off this one. Yeah, so I would have probably checked that a little bit.
I think that little break done Rooney the world of good.
Yeah, he seems to be hitting the ball a lot better. He's cueing a lot smoother.
Definitely, yeah.
So just have a look from the overhead. That yellow against those two reds, it doesn't have anywhere that it goes.
This is
So
a
he's
little
got to
bit-
try and figure out what to do here.
Yeah, I don't know. Can he screw into that, do you think?
If he came across and hit that red and kicked that yellow, that would have been beautiful. Yeah,
It's
he's
just-
not gonna do that.
Just a
It
little
was
bit
just a
too
little bit
much. Too
Straight
deep.
on it
Too
to
straight.
get there.
Yeah.
Now he's in trouble.
So, you know,
Yeah,
in a
he's
world
got-
of hurt now, I think.
He's going to touch a rail after this, and that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
This is one where you'd want to pretend you were trying to hit it as much as you can, but actually miss them completely.
That's called cheating, Terry. And Irish people don't do that. That's an Aussie thing.
Oh.
I got a fit.
Oh, he started
Oh.
it. He started it.
I got a feeling I might have a match with Shane coming up.
Yeah. Divvy 4 against pull-up again, is it?
Actually, that would be a good one, you and Dakota. We'll get that match
He's
going.
asked me a few times. I don't have the time. Don't have the time. I prefer living in his head rent free.
Yeah,
It's better.
it's much better.
It's much better. Hopefully he's watching. Dakota, if you're out there, how you feeling? Probably not. Logan watching for him. Logan obviously a stalwart of the pool hub team.
Yeah, he's in the pool hub team. I'm not sure how many people agree with him, but last Skippy Cup, I played with Logan in the pool hub team.
How'd that go?
We shared a room even.
Oh, wow.
So it was
That must have been
it
interesting.
was enlightening. I will tell you that.
Did he get drunk?
I don't think he got as drunk as he got at Geelong.
Yeah. Doesn't take much though.
No.
I was certainly.
He's not the biggest of drinkers.
He's not the biggest of blokes when you think about it.
No.
I've seen weeds blow away in the wind before Logan.
Oh, and Rooney's got a shot to take the lead here.
Yeah.
Just so we can get back to the pool and not so much on Logan's drinking prowess, or lack thereof.
Oh,
He's
got
overcut.
there.
Oh,
Yes.
What a shot.
I tell you what, I
He's
thought that
fired up.
was a little bit overdone.
So Rooney was saying before we started that he wasn't just going to roll balls in today, and
He's gone
his
back to it.
yeah, his last couple of frames he's won by just rolling balls in. So he's gone pretty quickly back to what he knows works.
Well, I had a chat with him outside, and I said, "You stop hitting them too hard and stop hitting them too soft, mate.
Yeah, you got
Hit
to
him in the middle and don't put side on anything.
hit the middle of the white pool.
Hit the middle and don't hit side. Don't.
Oh, here we go. The Irishman's making a mess.
I spilled my Coca-Cola.
Oh, unlucky. That would have been a nice break if the white had stayed up.
It looked like probably the first good split off the break, but White's gone straight into the pocket. So first chance to Rooney again here, I think.
Yeah, what are you taking here? I'm thinking. Oh, yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking. Whether you drop that red into the centre at the top there.
They are definitely both a bit.
Both are a bit tricky. You got those. You got the two yellows that are tricky. You've got those two reds beside the black there that are tricky. But I think you've got a better chance of getting on those. And then again, like I keep saying, they go up the rails well.
It might be about which ball he's most comfortable taking as a starter,
Starter.
because there's not a
But you can-
super simple red starter that gets you
No.
position.
But this yellow straight across to the other centre.
So I think it may all be about the little cluster, those three
Yeah.
balls just near the black there.
Yeah.
Maybe all about that, which way he thinks he can clear
Get
those
into 'em.
balls up.
Yeah. So what's he looking at? He's looking at that yellow. See, if you're going to go yellow, no, he's looking at that red.
He's moved a few balls around.
Yeah. It's interesting to see how people think sometimes.
So it's
Yeah.
still that little cluster that's a bit of a problem there.
Yeah, and I think he's going to play himself into a bit of trouble here.
It's a lovely pot for what it's worth.
Let's put this over a hole. See, there's no benefit in that.
I think he knew he'd played himself into a bit of a corner.
So play it over a hole, double it gently over the hole, run it up the table over a hole, to just belt it and hope for the best. Doesn't help your game.
That's
That's a
lovely
lovely
starter.
shot. Lovely shot.
So Ronan's got one of his tricky balls out of the way straight away. And he's just left himself a little bit far away from his next ball.
But once again, he can. You probably take the one that's just off the rail. But he's gone the one that's on the rail. Yeah, it's a good shot.
He's got rid of his probably trickiest ball that he had left on the table. He's now put that near a pocket. It really changes the way that the table looks. So yellow's definitely in control here. And just a trick shot there from Rooney.
Yep.
Hasn't helped him much. Put his hand up, but I don't think Ronan minds that went in.
No.
Just seeing what he's looking at here. He wants to play one red off the other one to go to that top left pocket. It's not a bad effort. But
It's a good effort. Take that into the centre.
There's two things that he'll be thinking about here is when is he going to take that ball that's on the rail
Yep.
and when will he take that yellow that's covering the red.
Exactly.
He doesn't want to clear that pocket for the red too early in case it doesn't work out for him.
And he doesn't want to leave that other yellow too late.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Not sure on that shot.
No, I think it was a little bit of in between there. He wasn't 100% certain what he wanted to do next.
Yeah.
He just thought he'll play it and see where he lands.
I'm going to take this one that he's bridging over now first, I think.
It's landed okay for him. You can probably play that one up to the top corner and run through past the black. Which he's
Yeah, it's
got
a
very
nice shot.
nicely.
And I think that black goes between the two reds.
I'm not sure, it is tight.
Maybe not. It's tight. He might have to chase this through.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
just run through a bit to play
Yeah.
this to the centre. That's a
Beautiful
fantastic out.
Yeah, it's good out. Wasn't overly convinced with his direction of going, but it worked out well for him.
So he'll be wrapped that he's got that one. He's chopped up a couple of reasonably simple outs. Um, that makes those sorts of outs even trickier when you've got it in the back of your mind
Yeah.
that you've made a mistake before. So I'm going to fix these scores up because I believe I've missed a couple here.
No,
We are now 6-all.
Is it? Oh yeah, it was because Rooney did take the lead.
Yeah, the iPad in the room there says 6-all.
Who knows with Rooney at the moment? He's playing skill shots and not skill shots and continuing on and. Wondering if young Jerry's awake yet.
He might be down doing his civic duty and voting before he comes down to do some commentating.
Quite possibly.
So, taking reds here. He's got one tricky red just near that black.
It's a nice shot.
I'm not sure whether that red sneaks into the centre pocket, the one that's near the black and yellow there. If it does, there's a good chance to finish from here. Probably
Well, it
wouldn't be
depends
taking it now.
where this goes. Oh, I've got a
just
little
shaved
deflection.
the red,
Yeah.
yellow. So, a bit disappointed in himself then.
It's just run a little bit further than he wanted it to, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's just made that shot a little
A
trickier.
little trickier, yeah.
So it's another unforced error there that's let Rooney back in. Hang on there. So I'll probably take the one on the bottom here on its own
closest
first.
to us, yeah.
He's laid a little bit awkward on the other two.
As long as he doesn't try and work the white ball too much, he should be right.
That's a good shot. You just take that top one first and
Yeah.
just come back down
Back.
the same area to play the last one.
Yeah, that's the shot.
Very nice. Just roll this in and take the black down to this bottom pocket.
That's it.
So that's
And
a
just
nice
like that.
finish.
He's back out to 7-6.
There's a very nice finish there.
It was. He played that quite
So-
well.
Both finishing a few frames nicely now. Confidence is starting to go up. The nerves have disappeared. It's a big spread, but a dry break.
And some tricky balls.
Yeah, very awkward spread layout that one. Playing the yellow off the other yellow maybe.
Yeah.
So a couple of tricky yellows up the other end of the table.
Yeah, I would have liked you to have taken the one closer to the centre of the balk line. And you might have been able to negotiate around those two yellows.
So
There's two tricky reds up here.
yeah, a couple of tricky reds up here. If he clears them in the right order, there's probably only one really tricky one.
Yeah.
Still, he probably wants to work out how to deal with that sooner rather than later, so he knows whether he wants to try and finish or whether he's just going to lay out and play safe.
giving himself a nice angle.
Yeah, that's a lovely shot, that one. He can put the white ball almost anywhere on the table that he wants off this. He's probably come up about 6 inches short of what he really wanted then, because I don't know if he can quite screw this one into his dead ball, which is probably what he was looking at doing.
He's going to have a good play.
Yeah, just not quite. He's cutting that one just a little bit much to get the action on the white ball.
And the thing is, if you can just drop this one in up the rail, he still will be on it to run it across.
So yeah, that red that's just behind the black there.
Yeah. That other red looks like it does go to that top left there on that angle.
Yeah, I think it does. So it is just the red that's stuck behind the yellow on the left-hand cushion on your screen now.
Fuck
Oh.
that Croatian shirt, Jerry.
Jerry is awake,
Yeah,
so it'll be good he can get down here soon.
yeah.
Oh, and Ronan will be very disappointed that that dropped there. I don't think he's on anything.
No, don't know if you can see that red on the rail. Is it touching?
Yeah, just having a look whether that red ball's frozen to that rail, because if it is, he needs to hit another rail afterwards. If it's not, he can just roll up and just give it a
Ooh,
nudge.
This is going to be an interesting shot.
Oh,
Oh, he's checked
bit too
that
much
way
shot,
too much.
So that's a
They're
big
a hard
foul.
one. They're a hard one to gauge how much side you need to put on it.
I will say, JR would have called loss of frame on me if I did that. Just trying to figure out what he wants to do here, because there's still one tricky yellow there, but he doesn't want to clear it too early.
And the thing is, I'd actually be taking it now. You've got plenty of others to land on. Everything else has a home. It's got to go.
Yeah, he agrees with you. He's definitely having a go. It's a pretty good option.
Yeah.
There we go. He's just got those two that are down.
As long as he can work his way back up the table, to even where he is now, gives him a shot on that yellow beside the red. So he's just got to work his way back to there. Now I'd be taking this one that's closest to us. But he probably won't.
I think he probably wants to leave that one on nearest the corner just in case he doesn't land good on the other ones. But no, he's taking it straight away.
Yeah, no, he's got a good angle. He's come back nicely for it. And just needs to stun back up the table for this. Yeah, that's fine.
He's okay here. If he cuts this in, he just needs to make solid contact
With
with
the
that red
red,
ball to
yeah.
hold for his last yellow. So he just wants to hit this smooth, not too hard.
That's it.
So he's hit that.
He's hit that well.
Good pace. He's just missed the pot.
Just unlucky.
So a look here, maybe a loss of
Loss of
turn
turn.
shot.
Yeah, and leave him with a tricky.
Yeah, leaving that cue ball nice and close to that yellow, so he can't do anything with it.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that.
He's got the different option there. He may have the cut on that yellow still
Yeah.
though. So
And that's what I'm thinking.
it's just moving the cue ball for himself, make it a bit easier.
Yeah.
Just having a look where the cue ball's going to go off this shot, because it will be running a long way.
It's going everywhere. It's doing a guided
And he's
tour.
going up and down.
Okay.
So I'm not sure about this.
needed to do it with a little bit more weight.
Yeah, it's not the best shot. he's
And see
played, I
now
don't
I'd be
think.
playing the loss of turn. Because that yellow doesn't go into the centre because the red's in the way. And if you leave,
Yeah, that's exactly right.
you leave the white where the red is. See, I don't
So-
like this.
Sometimes you think that it should be simple to get a 2 ball out or 3 ball out,
It's not
but
that
sometimes it's a lot easier to play one more safety shot,
easy. Yep.
and that's
And
Very
exactly
bad error.
and exactly my point.
so he probably wants to take the
The
ball
ball
that's
over
over
the
the
hole
pocket first.
first. Yeah.
He's done another trick shot, playing behind the back.
Yeah.
Better that angle than the other angle. And
Oh,
he'll have a
without a
shot
doubt.
on the black, so he won't be unhappy.
Yep.
Stop.
Oh.
Now we will be a tad unhappy.
Yeah.
So it's another slightly
It's
awkward
still
one.
tricky. Still tricky.
Ronan's had a couple of these that have been a little bit awkward with ball in hand. So we'll see how he goes about this one. He did say before, with ball in hand, he was a little worried about taking the ball on the rail.
Yeah, he doesn't like them.
He doesn't, yeah. But I still think the one on the rail is probably the right shot.
He doesn't have to belt it. He's just got to cue it. That's it. And just back your queuing.
So you can just run through on this one, come off the top rail straight back towards the black, or you can screw back
Screw
off
back off it.
it. So,
Once again, a little rushed, I think.
it's like we mentioned before, sometimes when you haven't landed 100% where you want, you just want to get it over and done with, and you rush your shot a little bit.
All the opportunities there. He's trying for the safety
Ooh, he hasn't got it.
and doesn't get it.
Getting a bit scrappy, boys, isn't it?
Yeah, just a little.
Oh, another trick shot from Rooney. He's played off the rail first.
8-6.
So
It's
8-6.
a lucky 8-6, I would say.
Very much so.
Yeah, he hasn't looked convincingly winning these frames, but he's getting over the line on them.
Yeah.
Brannigan leaving himself tough shots.
Yeah, and
No,
probably
no, which
probably
shot
not
you got
playing the right shots.
The indecision of not knowing
Yeah.
the home as well.
Yeah.
And that sort of throws him off.
Like he should have played another safety there, I think, when he had the yellow over the hole and, just pushed the red in. The last yellow wasn't going to go anywhere.
Speaking of Brannigan, he just walked in.
Just walked in. Just come in for
Lucky
a
you
refresher.
Lucky you didn't say what you were
He's
going to say,
lost-
Don.
Oh, look at that. I'll say it to him. You piece
Yep.
of shit. Still love ya.
Yeah, leave your feelings at the door in this place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wipe your feet, leave your feelings with it.
Yeah. Yeah, give me some of those. I'm peckish.
No munching on the cones, mate.
Crunch, crunch.
It's getting to crunch time now. Someone needs to.
They having another break, are they?
Someone needs to
Yeah.
fire up here and take some control. I reckon.
Yeah, they're both just winning off others' mistakes.
Alright, they're just taking a quick break, so we're going to take a break for a minute. We'll be back once they're done.
Bit of Pringle break, is it?
Definitely some Pringles. back again. That's a fantastic break there. That's probably been the nicest
The
break.
biggest one, I'd say, isn't it?
Definitely the biggest break of the day so far.
He needs that one. Not that he needs the scoreline, but he needs it. A nice open break, you know, nice little run.
Yeah, that's right. They'd both like a few open pots just to get going. There's been a few scrappy frames, nothing easy.
Probably coming from the breaks, though.
Yeah,
A lot
definitely.
of the breaks have been, you know, they're not like that one, put it that way.
The balls have been sitting a little awkward off the break. So once again, he's going to want to clear these ones in the balk, and he wants to come down the table to land nicely on one of those balls. This is where he's come unstuck a couple of times, where he hasn't looked exactly where he wants to land. So we'll see how he goes here. He's going to want to be his bottom right-hand side of the table. And
Pretty typical of this match, that type of miss.
yeah, it has been happening a little bit, that one.
The crunch shots.
So when you know you've made a mistake on a certain shot a couple of times in a match,
Sticks in your head.
yeah, it sticks in your head a bit. You start to just rush those shots a little bit. You just want them to be over and done with. And not always the best way to do it. Almost never the best way to do it, I would say.
You're not wrong there, Terry. Terry Shields on the comms, everybody. You know, stalwart of the Pool Hub fraternity.
I mean, I do play for them at Horsham and anywhere else that they're short. So
Any time really. He's
I played for them at Horsham, I think, 4 times, and at Sale once.
Oh yeah.
So I think
That
they're
was
the only
Gippy-
times. Yeah, the Gippy
wasn't
Cup.
it? Gippy Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's where you turn up as the runners up every year, is it?
From what I've heard, yeah. Yeah, definitely runners up the one time I did. There was some D4 bloke beat us last year, I think.
Yeah, I heard that. All right. Turned up.
The important thing is he ran a rack on Dakota, and it was good fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not always about winning.
No,
As long
I'm
as
taking part.
Dakota has a bit of a sook, we're all happy.
Yeah, standard FTH carry on.
Oh,
Anyway, back to the game. That was a close
so
one.
another one there where it just looked like he rushed it. He wanted it to be done.
Definitely hacked at it a bit,
So
which we're all guilty of.
yeah, definitely. Ronan should get these ones. Just wants to drop this one in gently. Yeah, gives him good angle. He should probably one rail and back down for this black. He'll play the black to the top right. Maybe that goes past the yellow.
Hopefully it does. Let's have a look.
Didn't look like from this view, but from the overhead view we'll see. It's tight. It was very tight. So I'm not sure if he meant to play for that pocket on the black there.
He must have. Surely.
The way he hit it, it looked like he was trying to. But maybe he didn't look that it was that tight. But tricky one for
What would you do
Rooney
here,
to figure
Terry?
out. I think just clip off that yellow, leave the white on the rail behind the black.
Like that?
Exactly that.
Good shot.
Ronan's probably playing something similar. He'll clip off the black and just get the white to come off this
Leave it on this
side
near
rail.
near
But
rail, yeah.
just bounce it up.
Just don't plot the white.
Yeah, it should be hitting it thin enough just to come off the rail and back up and snooker on the yellow again.
He's up against two Ronan, you know, anything can happen. He's got it, he's not bad.
Well, that is very thin,
See?
so he may not be able to play that shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see
Your
what
eyes
it does.
are a bit off there, Terry, when you're looking at the comp.
I think it's just the camera angle there.
Oh, yeah.
Once we went to the overhead, it's
Yeah.
a bit easier to see.
So any
Callum Hurley, that Flinny on the mic there. Thanks a lot, Callum. It's actually Terry.
Flinny? Who's Flinny?
Maybe he's talking about you.
Oh, Shane.
It's Shane on the mic as well.
Privileged to be on, guys, with the great Terry Shields.
If you mean great as in big, then yes, I'll take that one. Sorry to hear you couldn't make it down today, Callum. Looking forward to seeing you again. He's made a decision here.
That's a big decision.
I'm not quite sure on whether he did what he wanted to do, or whether he just closed his eyes and went, "We'll see what happens." Nice pot there by Rooney.
Should be 9-6.
It should be a little bit of a cut here on this one, but no danger of an in off, so he should be okay. And there we go.
Tell you what, if he had hit hard, I reckon he was in danger.
So Ronan just struggling to finish these frames off. He should have had that one as well.
Yeah.
No, if Flinty's nowhere near the mic early, we won't let him there.
You must have a cold, or I've got an ear infection. I'm not sure whether you're talking about me. No cold, just sitting back on the couch. I don't know whether you've heard me talk when I haven't been yelling at you for playing the wrong shot, so I apologise for that.
Ronan needs a frame.
He does. He's
Just got that cue ball bouncing a little bit again.
Oh, lucky.
he
Yeah.
got lucky there.
They're not nice though.
No, reds are ugly. Yellows aren't that pretty either.
Needs a first yellow and then get onto that plant.
Yeah. I'd almost.
Make sure to put first yellow.
Yeah.
And then try and aim your way towards getting onto that plant for a last turn. Or else break into it early. Somehow.
There is a chance of reds being okay here as well. Those three on the bottom rail.
Close ones, the ones on this.
Yeah, the three together there. You can work your way around those ones, and all the other reds go. So depends how he's seeing it.
I don't think he's feeling overly confident at the moment.
No,
You can sort of see it in his face. He's
second-guessing.
torn. He's second guessing everything.
yeah.
You don't want to be playing that straight up, unless he's looking at reds.
Red.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad actually. Like,
No.
You're not wrong there, Terry, in saying that there's other ones open up.
Oh, you didn't want that.
Definitely
Did not
be a bit-
want that
bit
at
upset by
all.
that.
Terrible.
I think he's only on the one
Yeah, this. Oh, Christ, he's not even on that.
very thin.
That's not a great result.
Not at all.
He's shaking his head a little bit there. He's not sure.
And Rooney stroking his shaft in the background.
It's not a bad choice
That's not
there.
bad. That's not bad.
Tried to leave Rooney not on anything simple. He's opened those reds up a little bit. And Rooney's hit that one in
And
0.2 of
snookered
a second.
Yeah.
But
No, I think he was only concerned about where he was leaving the white ball in.
yeah, that's right. He's just playing the snooker. Does that hit a rail? Yes, it did just hit a rail at the end there.
Yellows look pretty.
That's a good start too. He's just made sure he's on the right side of this yellow so he
Yeah,
can come up
back
the
down.
table.
Yeah.
That's not bad either. He's just hit those shots just a tad hard where he's been bouncing back up the other end of the table off those. And he's landed okay that time.
Yeah. wants to run through on this. He's back to. He's
Just
overhitting.
he just wants to roll this one in gently though.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good shot.
And he should make contact with that red probably off this one. And should be
I
able to
think he
hold
might
for the
miss it.
black. It's just clipped the red.
He didn't quite go thin
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, he's just rushing. You've got to slow down.
Rooney's
Now you can run this. Ronan can run this red down. Well, I would probably run this red down the rail.
yeah, definitely. I think the rail ball's the one because you can play it to not leave the yellow
leave
on.
anything. Yeah.
And if it does go in, you still leave
you're still
yourself
on
a pot.
everything. Yeah.
He's seen something different. That was a good pot as well. He
Nice
left,
pot.
would have left the yellow snookered as well if he'd missed that one. So it
Yep.
was a good decision still.
You can probably play this one down the rail now. You want to leave this one on the right hand side till last, I think. No, maybe
So
not.
it's a,
Maybe not. That's a
yeah,
good
that's
shot.
nice. I think he wanted to be a little straighter on this one on the rail
Yeah.
because if he had have gone for the pot on that one with the previous shot, the white was
Why
going
would
to
it
bounce out a little
out?
bit.
Yeah.
So he either had to be intentionally missing the pot or 100% getting it. I
That's.
think he's got the
I
snooker
think-
here.
I don't know. I think it might go through the gap.
Just having a look here.
No, we can't really tell.
Can't tell.
No, it looks like he might have it.
I don't think he would have played it like that if it wasn't going to be a snooker from there. So I think he's got it. Rooney coming off the back rail.
Missed
It's
it.
not far off. Oh.
Two of Ronan's favourite shots at the moment.
Yeah, it's in the same situation again with ball in hand and a couple of awkward balls. So there's going to be all sorts of things running through his head here.
Take this one. Give yourself a little bit of angle on the next one.
Probably left himself a tad straight.
Yeah, too straight. Unless he's going to screw back off the rail and back out again. But these rails just aren't bouncing the way you'd want them to.
He'd just be rolling forward a few inches and then taking the cut on. No,
Yeah.
he's coming back by the look of it.
You probably could have got better position running forward.
A little bit shorter or a little bit further, he probably would have been nicer.
Yeah,
But it's still on.
yeah, it's a nice shot.
Oh,
And a nice little nudge.
that's very nice. It's dead straight on the black. So
Yeah.
we should
And you
see
back
him
him to
drag
get
one.
this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
dragged one back there.
9-7.
Where's the fucking cursor? I'll change the scores as soon as I can find which screen the cursor's on. There we go. So if anyone's wondering what's going on there, it looked like Rooney was singing a bit. They
Even
playing
sounded like
music,
it.
playing some music in there. I think they had a bit of Aha Take Beyond was
Mhm.
playing in there.
And anyone that knows good old Roonster, he loves to sing. He loves a karaoke, especially a car karaoke.
So, tricky layout here, but yellows are definitely the better ball to start.
Yeah. Makes it more.
A good pot from here, and you'd think he's a good chance.
Yep.
Just a tricky one.
Do you take
this
the
is-
one to the centre or do you go to that top right?
I'd probably try the one to the centre myself.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to work out that one that's bottom right just in front of that red.
Yeah.
I want to figure out something with that. Oh, that's very unlucky. That's a pretty shallow angle to go in off from.
Mm.
So just not rolling Ronan's way at the moment.
No, he's battling his own demons and the pool gods. But
So
Rooney taking that one out of there.
it's definitely made it a little bit easier for Ronan
Yeah.
without that red there. So I can only assume Ronan
Well, I can
backed
hear it.
himself.
All I can hear is JR saying, don't move your soldiers when you don't need to move them.
Probably the one closest to the pocket first. I'm not sure if the other one goes past it.
That must go across to the centre. I'm sure he looked at it. Yeah, easy.
Definitely. I just want to try and land neat on one of these last two. Oh, that's very awkward. So he's not going to
You
be
got
happy with
one,
that.
Take that rail ball, surely.
So he's having a close look to see if this goes. It's hard to see on the camera. Oh yeah, it did.
Yeah,
That
lovely
was
shot.
very nice.
Lovely shot. And up and down and back for the black.
It depends on his angle here. He might go up and down between those two reds at the top of the table and play the black for the bottom right. Or he might try and put a little bit of side on it, come straight back down the middle. Or something in
Or
between
something
the
in
two.
between
Yeah.
the two and leave himself very awkward. The ideal pocket from there has got two reds in it. He's gone there.
Just overcut that a little.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, and a shock and leave, but I can see a snooker coming out here.
yeah, I think the snooker's probably the shot from here.
I wouldn't be trying to do anything fancy or anything, just tuck it up behind that red.
I think we'll just go to the overhead view from here because he might be standing in the way as he plays this. Yeah, we can't tell whether it's touching ball from here either, so he doesn't hit a
foul.
rail, so
And we're back to 9-8.
it looks like the chop ups are starting to go back the other way a bit.
Yeah. Which is going to make the last 3 or 4 frames very interesting.
Rooney's starting to feel the pressure of
Getting
Ronan.
close.
Yeah, getting close, and Ronan's starting to come back at him a bit. And the time pressure of him setting a schedule for them to finish the frame.
Yeah,
The match.
They've got 20 minutes.
I did hear him tell Ronan earlier there's no time for a smoke because they've got to get the match done.
Well, that goes back to him chatting for ages early on in the piece.
And a couple of technical difficulties early that stopped us at
Didn't,
the start.
yeah. Good spread. Good break. Very good break. Those reds look awesome.
Yeah, the Reds.
This could be a very quick frame if Ronan plays this around the right way.
Yeah,
Word on the
good
street,
so
the Gav
far.
isn't going to turn up today. He's already feeling
That's
scared.
alright.
Oh,
I mean,
he shit himself, has he?
I'm only spreading rumours.
Awesome. Oh, yeah, I think he needed to roll through there a little bit further.
yeah, hopefully he's got a little bit of angle. If he's straight, it's going to be a little bit trickier for him.
No,
he
he's
definitely
fine.
had a bit.
He's fine. Yeah, he's just got to work out which is his last ball to get up behind that flag. Oh,
no.
that was just lazy.
And we've just spoken a little bit soon on that one, I think.
Didn't
Yeah.
look. Needed to take a bit more time
A
there.
bit more time, a little bit lazy, a little bit rushed.
Yeah. Didn't look at it, just got on it.
Yeah.
Sometimes when the balls are simple, that's where you make the simplest mistakes.
Yep. And that's a good
result.
shot.
It's a good safety, that shot. He's got his dead ball off.
I think he might have a shot though.
Quick
I think
look
he
from
does.
the overhead.
Yes, cut down low.
Oh,
He
yeah.
can hit the ball. I don't know
I
if he's
think
on the
he can
potting
pot it.
angle.
Oh, yeah. That was wrong.
No, but he's played pretty good safety, return safety on that one.
Oh, that. If you're going to double this, you need to make that white ball dance, Sonny.
Or just not move at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice done.
Very nice.
Well
Very,
controlled.
yeah. That's lovely.
Just made it.
Yeah.
Just got far enough. A little bit of angle. You should probably bounce off 2 rails to get to this last red.
Yeah, and a nice angle to float up
Yeah, so just
behind the black.
stunned down. He must land somewhere between that centre pocket and the black ball.
Yep. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Didn't try and do anything fancy. Just took his medicine. Good finish.
Well, it's not all. So we did say it was going to be a close one.
Yeah. My prediction's out the window of 11-8.
Has been for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. Once Rooney got to 9, it was done. So get behind that line. Oh, Reds are looking pretty again.
They're both not too bad
Yeah,
here.
not too bad.
Just that one tricky yellow, but if you can land down the bottom left hand side of the
Yeah.
table with the cue ball at some stage, it does have another ball to the centre pocket
Yeah,
to link
up.
with.
Yeah.
You know, taking the Reds. And it's just nudge that ball onto the rail, but it will probably be his last ball anyway. So you won't be too concerned about that, as long as you can link all the rest of these balls up.
That has not helped him. Is that it go to the top right, top left, or whatever? Bottom left? No.
So yeah, a bit difficult now, I think.
Oh, it went
Oh,
through there.
lovely
That's a
shot.
great shot.
Looks like he's on that ball too.
Yeah, you can chase through it.
It's
That's
very
nice.
nice, that one. So that ball that's closest to the black ball, the red closest to the black ball goes to this bottom centre pocket.
Yeah.
That'll be his last ball. If it doesn't, he'll be coming back for it now, I
Yeah.
imagine.
Hopefully he's had a look. And then it does go.
I'm sure he would have.
That's nice.
He's just going to try and get that
Just-
cue ball just to hold up
Yeah, just pop
straight
it
away
away.
on this one. Just not roll through it too much.
Yeah.
So it's just jacking up a tiny little bit by the look of it.
Oh,
he's
I've got that
yellow.
little nick.
So we knew it was tied into that
Yeah.
pocket. And you can see he's very upset with himself. So these yellows all go, but there's also some easy safeties on the table if he's not feeling confident.
Yeah, it all
So-
depends on how he lands.
Yeah, I mean the score lines, he's lost a few in a row.
I think it's crunch time. We might think about safety, wouldn't you? How's he gonna go? I think he'll go.
I think he'll go too, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that the right thing?
I think I'd have a go from here.
That's you,
But-
don't Terry.
yeah.
That is me, but it is personal opinion and different people have
Look,
confident in
I'd
different
have it.
situations.
I'd start off having a go,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd have a backup. I'd have a backup plan.
I think at
I
this
don't
stage,
think he's going to have a go anymore. I think he's made a
think
little bit of a
he's-
mess instantly.
he's definitely going to do what you just said there, Terry. Ideally, you would have tried to get in behind the black or something.
Yeah,
Like
that's
if
where
you
I
left
would.
an up or down.
Yeah,
That would have been the place.
I would have probably
from.
been working to the ball that he's got the white sitting on now to be the other side of it and playing that off the red.
Just to push.
Yeah, push
Just
it
to push.
safe. That's
Yeah,
That's
push it
good.
safer and drop it.
Yeah.
I would have been working my way around
Yeah,
to that,
that's good. Yeah, I think that's even better.
just to give yourself that little bit of
Yeah.
insurance.
Yeah.
So fortunately for the viewers, it's not Don playing.
Thank God.
Yeah. What I think I can do and what I can do are often
He's got-
miles
Yeah.
apart.
As they say about Gemma, he's got a face for commentary.
Head for radio.
Oh, that's not a very good result.
No.
He's left that red cuttable, and
Yeah.
probably off two rails he'll get back to the black if he can get the pace on this one correct. So we want to be cutting this one pretty much as thin as you can cut it.
Natural.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
just
he's
got
come
a
up the
little
wrong
thick.
side.
Bit thick, and he is in world of pain here. 2 rails into the middle bag.
I think
He's
that's,
having it.
that's probably the only shot.
The only shot he has.
Yeah.
Or up and down, hit it full and maybe half ball off that yellow goes towards the pocket.
Pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's hard.
There's no simple
I
shot.
think they're both pretty hard.
There's no
Yeah.
simple shot here at all.
2 rails.
He's going up and down. You'll probably give this one a bit of a
Probably
clout,
easier
I reckon.
shots. Oh.
He's put a bit of side on that one again.
He got into
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So a couple of times going up off the top rail, he's put a little bit of
I think unintentional side. Yeah.
2 feathers and hit it.
Yeah. They're both rushing a little bit at the moment.
Yeah.
so. Rooney to decide here if he wants to have a go straight away,
Oh, you'd start with this one up the rail, surely,
definitely, and you'd be playing it
so that you've
pretty safe.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Sure, mate, there, Don.
Yeah, that's a good hit.
Yeah, I'd be going up the top now.
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose you could clean up around the black and then go that way. Yeah. He's going up the top.
Oh, lads.
Oh, he's got away
And
with
he's
that
got
one.
away with it.
There's a lot of that in the last 5-6 rounds.
Yeah.
Ronan, that's going to hurt Ronan. You know, he won't enjoy that one.
No.
Nothing worse than getting
Yeah, I copped it.
playing, getting a bit of luck at the
I-
right times.
I copped it on Tuesday.
Yeah. Pool gods. It's a good shot.
He's
All he
made
can do
contact
is-
with it this time.
Everything is wide open.
Right, Rooney has to go
Has to
now.
go, and there's no excuses here.
Definitely, there's no choices anymore.
There's
That
no
black
hiding.
is in the middle of the table, no hiding.
No hiding.
Probably the centre pocket first and just screw back off it to get to that ball in the
Yeah.
top rail and the balk rail
They're all there.
and work your way back. Oh, he's hit it thin enough to be played as top.
Logan. I doubt it's unintentional.
Well, there's no reason to play side on that one, so I do imagine it was unintentional, Logan. He just poked at it a bit and didn't realise the cue ball was not in
I
the middle
sense
of
a
his
hint of
tip.
jealousy from Logan on the chat tonight. Maybe because we're commentating.
Yeah.
It's a bit. Anyone else get that?
Yeah. Yeah, nothing we say is right because it's not Logan saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we won't get banned on. That's the difference.
No, well, yeah.
I will say, Pool Victoria, fantastic organisation.
Yeah, I must say, I must back you up on that one.
Yeah.
They do a
And
marvellous
not
job.
just because I play for Manhattan and all of the Pool Vic committee is Manhattan.
Yeah.
Not just because of that,
Good
but
point.
also
But
fantastic.
it helps a little.
It does help a little. I do not want to be banned.
No bias in this room. This is an open forum.
Open forum. We're
Conversation.
free to say whatever we like.
Oh.
Oh.
Jesus, lads.
So give it another chance and
No one wants to get to the hill.
yeah.
I will say though, they're banning like the levels of banning, a bit lenient.
Yeah.
Bit lenient in my view.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
100%. I wouldn't let Logan live in the state
Oh,
anymore.
well, let's not mention names here. We're not actually in the. This isn't the. We're partial, very partial in here. There's no names get
You're
mentioned.
very impartial, yes.
Oh, no.
Unfortunate.
So
It's a big double on here.
a double or a cut
No,
to the centre.
I'm cutting it.
You
And
cut them?
The
I'm cutting it.
double's not a bad choice with where the white ball's going to end up.
Go, yeah. If you leave the white on that rail, that's a safer shot, maybe.
He's played the
Yes,
triple.
he's
in
done
Plays the
trips.
triple.
What do we
He's done
know?
the trips. That's big. That's a big one.
that was a comedy of errors at the end there.
Yeah. Few mistakes.
Yeah.
You can tell when the frames are getting a little out of hand when we start talking about other things and we forget about the pool.
Yes, but it's still about pool, Terry. Just different context of pool. Different. It's all pool. But yeah.
So when we start talking about football or cricket or
He's on the
the
hill.
weather,
He's on the hill.
Well, it's quite nice
Ronan's
weather today.
come back well. To be quite honest, from what was it, 9-6 down?
9-6 down, correct. He's won
And
4 in a row.
It was 5-2 to Rooney at one stage. wasn't
Yeah.
it?
5-2
5-2
to
to
Ronan.
Ronan,
Yeah.
sorry.
So Rooney made the big comeback, got ahead by a few.
Now it's about who's
Yeah.
gonna
Oh,
win at the end.
swings and roundabouts.
Definitely.
Another dry break, the look of it.
It's a big break though. Reds
Yeah.
look a bit better, except for that one at that cluster of yellows there.
You should be able to break that
Yeah,
out.
there's a couple of reds near that ball that can help you break it free.
Oh, here we got Logan again.
Donna's the master of psychological projection. I don't think he's ever once accurately described what I'm thinking.
I don't think.
But who
any-
could, mate? Who could?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
With a mind like yours, mate, I hate to know what you're thinking.
I'd also hate to be on the same wavelength.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Normally when I'm looking at the games when Logan's commentating, it's more about why is he calling the wrong shots.
So if he's got angle to screw back into that
I think
yellow off this, it might be okay.
I think that red might even just drop in. That's what he's looking at. Just roll this forward, and it might just drop into the centre.
Yeah.
We'll have a quick look at the overhead, see how tight that is. Oh, it's very
Well, I
hard to
don't
tell.
know. I don't know. But
Very hard to tell.
he
with the
seems to
layout.
think it might.
He's going down the bottom.
So we'll have a look at this overhead.
That doesn't give you much.
That doesn't give us much.
That makes it worse, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like he has to go down the bottom.
It doesn't
It's
even look like
definitely
the
down
cue
the
ball
bottom.
fits through there.
That's tight. That's really
Yeah.
tight. It's risky. But he might play one of those Terry Shields shots. Just pretend
Yeah, I was going
he's
to say, I'll
over
take
it
this to
and
the
then leave
centre.
the yellow up on the rail.
Take this to the
That's
centre.
like a deliberate foul bust.
and
Like,
come-
Terry Shields. That's a real home shot. That's what that is.
There's a good pot there, but he hasn't achieved much from it.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an iffy kiss off that red.
Yeah.
Would you hit that one next to the red that's on the red and hit it hard and let's put it down next in the bottom pocket?
No idea what you're talking about.
That one right there. If he hits that, it kisses off
Off the yellow
goes
and down into
to the
yeah.
bottom left.
Yeah, that's a thought.
It's a long pot.
Oh, it
You
didn't
hit
kiss
that
off
right.
it.
You hit that too much.
And now that's ugly.
So this might be another bit of a
Another one.
long frame.
Another scrappy
now.
one.
Yeah.
They've got 3 minutes before. Yeah, 3 minutes before the next game's meant to start. But
I don't think
as Shane said, Gavin looks like he's not coming.
I heard he's contemplating life, to be honest.
He's deep in thought.
The important thing
That
is
won't-
if
that
Gav
won't-
doesn't if
That
Gav
won't
doesn't
take
make
long.
it,
That won't take long.
if Gavin doesn't make it, it'll be Donny and Shane.
Yeah,
It'll be
okay.
fine.
Ooh, Donny's stepping in.
Yeah, I'll even use someone else's
The old
cue.
dog tricks. The old dog tricks.
It's alright, as long as Gav's putting the money up, it's fine.
Yep, that's it.
So we don't need Gab, we just need his money.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's just
Lots
working
of
his way
room.
around here. He's just going to figure out that
That-
ball that's behind the black.
Yep.
So,
Could he almost come around behind it off this yellow to the right
yeah,
and push it into the centre?
probably what he's going to do now, I think.
I think
He's
that's
got a
his
little
only
area
option.
on the rail between those two yellows. He'll be on both of the yellows.
That's not
And just a little bit hard.
Yeah.
You should have really played for the white to be in behind something there.
Yeah.
Control the white more. Easy to say sitting here, isn't it?
Oh,
That's
never
a
never
lovely
miss
little
from
pop.
here.
I've never lost a game commentating. Have you? 100% record.
I don't know.
Oh, is that Logan in again?
Of course it
Oh, look, Logan's having a little whinge.
Yeah. He's trying to justify his commentary now.
Oh, yeah, the bad shot calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So
that's
Oh.
not fair play for Logan.
there's a big error there by Ronan that's giving Rooney the chance here.
Yeah. Oh, he's.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Just screw straight back.
That's the cue it right though.
Just thinking about it a bit.
Yeah. this is
Might be a little bit off angle.
Yeah, he's definitely a little bit off angle. But if you screw straight
Screw
back
straight
off the
back,
rail
yeah.
again, he's got a lot of area to land, so it should be
Yeah.
okay.
Let's see.
He's
If he's
topping
really un-
through it.
Yeah, he's thinking about top and throw.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, sometimes they're overthinking these shots.
Yeah.
And then they don't
Yeah.
do what is the right outcome.
I'm not a fan of that,
No.
especially leaving it over the pocket.
Yeah.
So there's definitely some nerves happening now that the frame's
Yeah.
getting close.
The hill nerves.
Now, has he left himself enough to stun back out behind the other one? Yep.
Straight, yeah. Straight.
Possibly,
A
He
little
cuts it.
less straight.
Or do you turn around and take that one on the rail and
Less-
come back up?
Yeah, just
And then that way you'd be able to sneak behind the black.
oh, my
oh
goodness.
wow,
Jesus Christ.
that's
Oh,
shot
that's
of the day
huge.
for me so far.
Definitely,
That's huge.
I agree. play this up and down that rail and come down and get on flush plumb on the black into one of the corners of the middle.
Yeah.
Let's play the last turn. Aim for the last turn.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's brilliant, that is.
Oh my goodness. Beautiful.
Yeah.
My goodness. If he wins from here, that's a great out.
Yeah. Fantastic out.
That second last shot.
Get out of the way, Rooney.
Yeah, Rooney's in the way. He's trying to
Yeah,
hold
he's
things
trying
up
to
a
block-
bit.
Trying to block the world from seeing the.
And that's nothing but net.
Oh, what an out.
That's
to
not
win.
nothing
That's
but
a
net.
great out.
That's
That
a
was
brilliant
his best finish of the day.
Beautiful.
And so that's it. I only got it wrong by one. I said Ronan 11-8. It's been Ronan 11-9. So we knew it was going to be close and tight, but geez, the jitters really did kick in with both of them.
Did. Good commentary, boys. Well done.
Thanks. See if Logan thinks so. I mean, his approval is everything I search for.
What an out at the end. That was a fucking big out at the end.
What a massive finish.
Well, look at Ruby. Look at the brand again in the back.